So, Coach Jay, I wanted us to actually define what comfort zone is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before we actually start saying get out of your comfort zone. What
Oh,
is it
the problem.
exactly?
Well, for
You
me,
know?
I would say just to put it simple and on the table, it's just a state where you're comfortable. A state where even if you close your eyes, you can do it. For example, drinking water. This is my comfort zone.
Mm,
I can drink water anytime I can without straining, without doing anything. That's a
mm.
comfort.
Yeah. So for me, I went ahead and did some research on what it means to be in a comfort zone.
Okay.
And my definition was being in a place where you feel comfortable, your abilities are not being tested.
Mm-hmm. True.
Like you don't want to try anything else. Like you're like, you know what? I am a coach. That's it. You're not even doing more. You don't meet other coaches. You basically don't want to know more. Like you feel like you know it all.
Yeah, it's
So
I
I
think
feel, mm,
it does go back to that let's not use the word comfort zone, but a state where you're at is like sleeping. We all love sleeping. We are
yeah,
comfortable
sure.
sleeping. That is, that's our comfort zone. That's how we can get it. That's how I can define it actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
So for me, that's the best way I can define it. Being safe, feeling like there's nothing else you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yet there is always more things that we can do with our life. And
Yeah.
I love that quote that says, "Life begins at the end of our comfort zone."
Oh yes. Oh yes. And it's not. They always say that when you move out of your comfort zone, that's when you start to experience life. That's when you start to realize, oh, Joy, you can do this. I'm impressed. That's when you start to see all those potential things that we're capable of doing. But because you had limited ourselves, we had clogged ourselves like, you know what, this is my space. We've refused to move out of this space. We are stopping ourselves from seeing the remarkable things we are able to do, our potential, as I call it.
Yeah, that is very true. Because I
Mm.
feel the moment you start realizing how much potential you have in you, that means you're getting out of your comfort zone. But every time we get comfortable with what we have, you're like, I have the house, I have the car, I have the kids, I have the husband. My husband is not going anywhere. You stop even, giving him all the good things that you're supposed to treat him as a wife. I could say comfort zone can be in anything. It can be marriage, getting so comfortable and forgetting to take care of yourself as a wife. It
Yeah.
can be even,
Netflix, you don't want to do anything. You just watch, 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 watch.
and it's okay actually. Like I was checking, I've been reading a lot about it online, and I realized very many people are afraid of getting out of their comfort zone. It's actually a real thing. People are scared of getting out of their comfort zone.
Which is normal. I wouldn't blame anyone who says they're too scared of getting out of their comfort zone.
They are scared of challenges.
Mm-hmm. Fear,
Yeah, because
number
yes,
yeah,
fear,
we have
afraid to
fear of
challenge
failure.
themselves. What
Yes,
if
we are
I
afraid
fail?
of
What if I try it and I fail? I've never tried it before, you know?
exactly. We are
Yeah, I
afraid
feel
of
that's,
failure. Mm-hmm. You're afraid
but
of
then,
losing.
but, but then for me, every time I get scared, I remind myself of that quote they say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Every time I remind myself of that, I'm like, okay, like for example, what you did, starting your YouTube channel, it is one step, girl. You took that one step, and that is how it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's a journey. You don't know how far it's going to take you, but you started with that first step of starting your intro video. The
Let
next
me
time
tell
you want to
you.
do, you put something else there, to change people's mindset. So for me, I feel everything we get afraid of because we are so comfortable where we are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shy, I'm what? How about you challenge yourself and see how far you can go by being a little bit less shy, you know?
The thing about our comfort zones, they are predictable. That's why we love them. And we know when you get out of the comfort zone, it's not predictable. I don't know what to expect. Like I've been postponing the YouTube project for almost 2 years because I was not sure after I do the first video, what next? What do I do? I was afraid of that stepping out of this comfort zone. Like I'd rather stick to writing because I'm used to writing the articles and all that. Well, doing videos, it's out of my scope. Let me say, I was shy just to use your words. But after I did the first video, I felt like, wow, I'm impressed. All these ideas just came bubbling in my mind. Like, just wait, I'm going to impress you actually.
I was impressed. I was impressed. I was like, okay, girl,
Oh,
okay, accountability. And that is going to be my first point, accountability. When you have people you're accountable for, you find yourself getting out of the comfort zone. So that is
very,
going to be my first way on how to get out of your comfort zone. Get people you are accountable for. So
mm-hmm.
I remember you telling me and I telling you, you have to start this, you have to do it. And we signed, we made a signature on being
We
accountable
still
to
have
each
the
other,
contract, yeah.
no breaking the contract. So when I was reading, one of the things that can help a person get out of their comfort zone is finding family or friends or someone who can be there for you so that you're accountable. They get you accountable. However much you hate them, but they help you get out of your comfort zone and get rid of your fears. So it
Mm-hmm.
is one thing that I actually liked, and I was like, I have to tell her, be accountable for yourself, because every time you have people that make you like you're accountable to, it helps you challenge yourself. They push you, like you
Mm-hmm.
push yourself, but they push you more. And sometimes it doesn't feel okay, but it helps you do and become better. So
Very
for me, that's my first point. I don't know. You could give us your second point. The second point.
um to build on accountability, I will also say how, like, to know you've moved from your comfort zone, you need to have a journal. I love journaling things because through this journal, you're able to see, well, yesterday I did this, today I did this. What did I do good? What did I not do good? Where can I improve? It's a way, your personal way of becoming accountable. So by writing things, there can be the little thing you can think, as small as it can. Yesterday I drank half a liter of water. Today I drank 1 liter
Oh,
of water. You're seeing progress. You're being accountable for yourself. And by
yes,
so when you use your eyes to see and using your handwriting or you putting it in your notebook or maybe in the phone, there are people who use the phone to take notes. It makes you track your progress. So you're
yes,
accountable
and you
of
can never forget it. Okay, you can forget it, but you cannot forget where you wrote it. And
exactly.
for me, that's why I
Sometimes
wonder, like when I go for seminars, conferences, summits, and all these things, and people just take pictures of those things that maybe the guests have shared. I'm like,
uh-huh.
how are you going to remember this? I'm always
Yeah,
like a little bit writing everything or writing them in my notes because I love to write my things on my phone for the notes. And I'm like, this makes me remember. But taking a picture, I cannot even remember. I'm always deleting things and I always delete those things. So just like you say, Ajano, it was even one of my points, like making sure I write down things because I'm a strong believer of even vision boards. Like we made vision boards with my husband. Every beginning of the year, we decided we are going to be doing that. And I've
mm-hmm.
been doing it personally, I've been doing it over the years because for me, every time I look at that vision board, I'm accountable. I'm like, okay, I made a vision board of almost 50 things. How many have I achieved? Okay, we've achieved 10 this year. Okay. So I make the ones for next year and add on what I've not achieved this year, you know?
Okay.
And for me, every time I look at the vision board and I feel I've achieved something of it, I'm like, yes, we are one step closer to completing this,
You know,
you know?
there's that feeling of joy. Not forget about even the vision board. Sometimes when I always say when you do something, even if you give yourself a high five, you feel
Yeah,
in the heart like, yes, I've accomplished. It can even be laundry. Nobody likes to do laundry, so you just give
that is
yourself
true.
a high five. You know, it moves you a notch higher. It makes you move further.
Yeah, that's very true. So
Yeah.
for me, even just putting the course that I was supposed to do the course, I put it on my vision board.
Mm.
And yesterday, my husband was telling me, "Oh, babe, look at the vision board. You've accomplished what you put there." Like it feels so good, even just being reminded that you know what, you may have forgotten, but you put it up there and you've achieved it. It feels so
Mhm.
good. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Very.
journal is a very, very important thing. Then the
Yeah.
other thing is we actually talked about it when I was defining what comfort zone
Mm-hmm.
is single steps. Single steps. Every
Mm-hmm.
longest journey starts with a single step, you know. Even when you're exercising, you start small. You know this
Mm-hmm.
better
True.
because you go to the gym almost every day. The way you started is not the way you are right now.
Very true.
I'm sure you can even train me.
Oh, yes.
So for me, I believe I'm a very strong believer in single small steps, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad it's one thing we also learned when we are having the training, that you have to take those small, simple steps, the plans, make them, chunk them into small little plans so that they are achievable. If you have a 5-year plan, chunk it down so that it
Mm-hmm.
becomes achievable, other than looking at it in the longest way. So I feel single steps is one of those things that people should put in considerations if they want to get out of their comfort zone. They shouldn't look at the getting out of it as something big. Like, they look at it in such a way that, okay, I want to do a course, and then how much is this course? This course is 2,000 dirhams. Oh my God, how am I going to pay that 2,000 dirhams? So if you get to know about this course at the beginning of the year, start saving for it. Small, small, save for it. By the time comes for you to go for the course, you have the money. You don't have to get scared or have fears of not taking that first step because of finances.
Yeah.
So it can be in lots of different ways on taking those first steps. Gym, for example. Me, when I'm getting back to the gym, I always start with workouts at home. Simple workouts, just carrying bottles and, you know, of course, also eating healthy. It's in different ways, and let me tell you, it has never been easy, Jay. It has never been easy for me. Exercise wise, it's not easy, but I challenge myself to do even the littlest thing, just running around the house.
Mm. They say a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step.
Yes,
So you just need to start from somewhere. You just need to take the first step. And then
the
just
first
to
step.
amplify your point on taking the journey,
Mm.
when you look at a staircase, there's always the small stages we go through. You have to go through the first step, the second step, the third step. There's no day they'll put one step from first floor to 10th floor. You cannot do that. So that's the same mistake we normally do. When we are moving out of our comfort zone, you want to move from stage A, you want to move from ground floor to 20th floor. You don't want to go to first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor. And in the process, by the time you reach the 20th floor, by taking one step, you just get tired and you go back. You go back down. You say, oh, I tried. I cannot do it again. But if
Mm.
you enjoy the process, you move from first floor, from ground floor to first floor, you you start to enjoy. By the time you reach the 20th floor, you feel the difference. The same as the gym. The first day is always the worst. I have
Very
been away
true.
from the gym for I think 2 weeks, and I know when I go back the first day, I'll feel like, oh, why?
Body
But
pain.
the time it swings to the third day, the fourth day,
Body pain.
it
Ah.
gets better. It really gets better.
Okay, so you're going to give us the next one.
My next one will be, I know you're expecting this mindset. I'm always talking.
You read my mind. Oh.
I, I know you're expecting this mindset. What is mindset? What do I mean by mindset? There's so many types of mindset. I'm talking about a positive mindset in this case. When you talk about a positive mindset, you see, when you're in this situation, you're maybe a bad situation. A positive mindset is not going to change your situation. No, the positive mindset is going to change you, and then you, in return, you will make a turnaround of that situation you're facing. See, this is where people get the disconnect. You're like, oh, I'm going to buy a car, but you're not taking the actions to buy a car. You're just having that,
Mm.
like, I'll get a car, I'll get a car, I'll get a car. But you need to change the mindset. At the same time, you need to have a growth mindset. A growth mindset is a go-getter mindset. That mindset when you wake up in the morning, like, yeah, it's a new day. Even if you know the report yesterday you failed, you just wake up having that energy, that zeal. You're like, oh, yesterday is done. I learned from that. Today is a
Yeah.
new day. Let's rise and shine. So having that mindset, that growth mindset, it pushes you, it boosts you forward. Always keeping in mind that whenever I'm down, it's not the end. It's just a learning frame for you. It's just a learning zone for you. So you are able to move back up, move a step up again. Whatever mistakes you made yesterday, don't beat yourself up. No. you're still alive. You can still move from that zone to the next zone just by changing your mindset, and then you're able to flow or fly like a butterfly.
Very true. I know you like that. Change.
Ah,
Change is
yes.
part of life. And when I tell people that have a positive mindset, they always
Mm-hmm.
think, how can I have a positive mindset when I'm going through mental health? I'm like, even mental health, even mental disorder, all those things are your mindset. You put it in your mind, it's going to be there.
Joy,
And
it's
it's
like
mm,
when Vikram told us that when people say I had a bad childhood, this is going to be a story for another day. We need to remind ourselves about that one situation. We didn't have a bad child. Of course, we were hooped. Maybe we misbehaved one
yes,
or another. But there was a time you were brought for candy and you were really happy with the candy. That was not a bad childhood. So you can choose to filter out what you want to remember from your childhood and you'll change your narrative of how your childhood was. I know for a fact that I was hooped a lot, but I don't choose to say that
me
my
too.
childhood.
Me too. Me too. But I can never, Jay, I can never wake up and say I had a bad childhood. If I ever do that, just know I'm lying, or I just want to be felt pity for, you know? Yeah, I was whipped. Because I was stubborn. Like, for God's sake, I was a stubborn child, you know?
It's all about the childhood. It happens, but it's what we choose to keep in our minds. Of course, you can't tell me from the day you were born until how you were. I mean, let
You
me
were
say,
just whipped, 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 whipped. You're actually right. Thank you for bringing that example. And now that I remember him saying it, I'm like now thinking so hard about it. I'm like, oh my God, people have that excuse. I had a terrible childhood. That's why I'm who I am today.
no, that
You find someone who
that
behaves in a very awkward way, and then when you talk to them, they're like, don't blame me, blame my childhood. Are you kidding me? What did your childhood do to you? You know, you're choosing that filter, the worst part of your childhood, but your childhood wasn't that bad.
wasn't that bad. That's a topic we can. It's a big topic actually.
It is, by the way. We could actually make a topic on it someday. And then we get people in the comment section bashing us. But it's okay. They will also be learning something.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
So the next point is going to be learn something new.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe when you want to get out of your comfort zone, you have to try unfamiliar things you
Mm-hmm.
have not been doing before. It could even just be going to a new sport. If you've been going to the same park, you go to a
Mm-hmm.
different park. You try something else. If you've been
Yeah.
going to that same gym, you try a different gym at some point. You go like, let me go try out the other gym on the other side of the road. If it means food, you try out another food. I have a lot of people that I know. We go to eat and they're like, I can't eat that food. Then you're like, why? Are you allergic to it? No, I'm not allergic. I just don't want to try it. How will you know you don't like it if you don't try it? How? Tell me, Jay. How? How will you know you don't like something if you don't try it? And I'm
You
always like, okay, I enjoy myself. So, so for me, I love getting out of my comfort zone. There are things I've done in my life that I was scared of. Like I felt, hey, if I tell people I did this, they'll be like, you're you're such a da that I don't want to say. So for me, I go to learn that I'm a risk taker. As a person, I'm a risk taker, because I love adventure. And I realized not everyone can be like me. But
very
then
true.
when I started reading more, I started realizing that I just don't want to be comfortable. I just love to be uncomfortable, comfortable. I love being uncomfortable but comfortable. So I love exploring things. I love trying out new things. I've tried out different careers in my life. If I tell you all the careers I've done in my life, you'll be like, whoa, you don't settle, you know? It's because I don't want to settle. I want to know. You people are saying there's money there. Which money? Let me go see. Or I want to get I want to get a new skill. It's been over the years. And by the time I settled and told myself, I really feel I need to help people. I need to serve people. That is who I feel I am now. Because everything I've done along the way was involving helping people, you know. So for me, I feel when you learn to do something new, when you get out and start learning to do something new, there's again another part of you that you find, and people are
Ve-
scared of that, of course.
Very true, very true. I think I should go and try and do the zip line. I've been afraid of that for a very long time.
Let me tell you something about the zip line. I've done it here also in Abu Dhabi. Just close your eyes. Go on that damn thing. Close your eyes and go.
Yeah, that one is a must do now. I have to do that. I
Do
have to
it.
get out of that.
Get rid of your fear. It's just, what is fear? According to what you learned from Vikram, what is fear?
It's something that is not
You're
even
teaching
there.
mindset and you have fear. It is just in your mind.
Doesn't exist.
Okay, so you're giving us the next point, Coach Jay.
For me, I will say the next point, which we should have started with, is action. Take
Yes,
action.
action.
Movie
Mm,
cannot till the director says action. So you have to take action. If you want to get out of your comfort zone, you need to take the first step, just like a baby. Take the first step. Start by crawling, start by walking, because you
mm,
cannot move out of this cocoon that you're living if you don't just get your head up and get your head out there. Just take action. You need to do that, because the important thing that you need to know is that 90% of the most things are outside our comfort zones.
very true. All
So
the
you want
fun
to get
is out of
fancy
our
things.
comfort zone.
Yeah, you want to travel the world. Where is the finance coming from? You need to go the extra mile by doing the same thing, your comfort zone, waking up in the morning, going to work, coming back at home, talking ill about your job, going to bed, waking up again. It becomes a routine. And there's something, Joy, that I wanted to highlight: the power of the subconscious mind. Whatever I tell my mind is what my mind is going to be remembering. If I tell my mind I cannot, whenever I try any new skill, it will
Do not
become mission.
allow it. Is there
Exact.
something with the food? Is there something with the food? You go to a seafood restaurant, you say you can't eat seafood. Who told you that? Who told you that? Ah,
Well, yeah, beef girl.
you love your beef.
Yeah. Okay, that's
So yeah,
that.
you're right actually. Yeah,
Take action. You need to take action. Yeah.
taking action. And I think taking action could also be making changes to your daily routine, because you've said like people do the same thing over and over and over. And I wake up in the morning, go work, come home, go. Like me, my routine when I'm working in the working days,
Hmm.
wake up, go to work, come home, take a nap, wake up, eat, shower, go to sleep.
Hmm.
Wake up in the morning,
Hmm.
go to work, come home, do extra work if I have extra work, take a nap.
Yeah.
Like it was like that, until I started realizing I need more in life. I can't just be wake up, go to work, come back, nap, wake up. Like, I had to realize that if I want more in life, I have to do more in life.
Hmm. Very
And
true.
and the other thing that Vikram had said is do less, don't do more. Just do less of the things that you love. Find the things that you love, do less, do those things, and then you find yourself being more of you. Otherwise, sometimes we think we are going to work, we are coming, and that is our life, but we
Mm,
forget the other part of our life. So for me, making changes to my daily routine is one of the thing that I feel could be actually part of mindset. It's part of also taking the steps, the baby steps.
mm,
And yeah, I'm partly in the make changes by personally. I have to make changes in my daily routine, especially when I get back to the real working world. Yeah,
mm.
going to teach. I have to know that I need to balance everything so that I can actually enjoy also doing what I love doing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So my next point will be figure out exactly what you want. For example, I will use what you've just used in the end. You said you need to figure out what you want to do. So when you're going to do that part, you need to be very specific, because if I say I want to lose 5 kgs soon, Soon can be tomorrow, soon can be in 5 years, it can be in 10 years. But if I say, I want to lose 5 kgs in 3 months, starting today, I'm programming that in my mind. So anytime I'm going to, let's say, I forget to, let's say I see water, I remember, oh yeah, I have a goal of drinking water. So you have to program that in your mind, because if I leave the statement vague, I can lose 5 kgs in 10 years, which is still okay because
If
that
you're not specific with your goal. I
if
want to
I
lose 30 kgs. When? When? There has
specific
to be a when. No, for me,
yeah,
when it comes to the coaching, when I tell you changing my routines, I've already done that. Even over this holiday, I've already changed my routines. I'm no longer the other nap in the afternoon, nap in the afternoon, nap in the afternoon every single freaking day. I'm
uh-huh.
not that person anymore. That is something I've changed. So I feel
When you
just
look at
being
the
able to not nap. Hmm?
mhm. Now, saying when you look also at the finances, if you say you want to have money in your account, you need to be very specific. How much money do you need? You see, when you set these measurable goals, that's how you get out of your comfort zone. That's why you start stepping out of this comfort zone. I want to have $1,000 in 3 months. How do I get $10,000 in 3 months? I need to improve my studies or my skills. I need to take an extra job. I need to improve. You need to do all these things, and all these things, they're outside your comfort zone. And that is how you step out of it. And the beauty of it is when you reach that goal you have set, what happens? You become motivated.
You become motivated to do
Yeah.
more.
You become motivated and you want to
Very
move to the
true.
and the next one and the next one. And by the time you notice it, comfort zone is a for you.
You're like, I'm out of this
Oh
thing of
yes,
being
that's very
comfortable.
true. Very
Yeah, but
true.
I'm a strong believer of being uncomfortable, comfortable. Being uncomfortable, comfortable. Like,
Comfortable.
I'm uncomfortably going to be comfortable. Like, I'm going to do everything uncomfortably, get out of my comfortable zone, but comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Not I'm comfortable, uncomfortable. No, I'm uncomfortably comfortable.
Okay.
So for me, those were my points. I don't know if you have any other point to add on.
What I would say, I think we've mentioned it, to take inventory of where you are right now, at least know the
Yeah,
situation. Because I cannot get in the car and I don't know where I am and where I'm headed. I need to know if I'm in this place. I know I'm going to this, so I know the direction I'm going to take. So you need to take inventory of that. Take the best action you can think. There is no wrong plan. That's the beauty of it. You just need to follow your gut feeling. Take the best action you feel like that can get you out of that comfort zone. And
yeah,
don't be
that's
too
very true.
don't, because that's the other mistake we do. You're too harsh on yourself. I want to lose 5 kgs in 5 days. Like, come on. You have to be realistic, when you make these goals.
Make realistic goals. Jay, can I
Yeah.
ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Is it hard to leave your comfortable zone?
No, it is challenging. Let me use the word challenging. It's not hard, it's not easy. It is challenging to leave your comfort zone. And it all goes back to your mindset, how you've programmed your mindset.
So I'm
Yes.
I'm glad you said that answer because of course some people will lie. It's not easy. The truth is it's not easy to get out of your comfort zone, but it is possible.
Yeah,
It
it
is
is possible.
possible in such a way that when you think of the best that you can be, you have already escaped the comfort zone. When you think of how much you're going to be on, or how much you're going to improve your life, or how best your life is going to be when you get out of that comfort zone, you've
Mhm.
already left that freaking comfort zone. So that is
Exactly.
already a step. So I'm glad you answered it that way.
Let's say the journey starts in the mind.
Very true.
Let's say the
Change
journey
your
just starts in
mindset.
the mind.
It's as
Because,
easy as that. Change your mindset. Huh?
yeah, I just wanted to say, maybe somebody is asking. We've made all these valid points of how to leave the comfort zone. What is comfort zone? Why do people like to stay in their comfort zone? But we need to tell them why they should even bother of getting out of their comfort zone. Like, why should I leave my bed? That is their comfort zone. And some of the points I came up with is, you get the mental strength, because the more you embrace the uncomfortable situation, you build up resilience, your muscles, your resilience muscles, so you get this strength. For example, I'll use the gym because it's the most typical thing to use at them, or even running. When you start running, there's that pain you feel in your legs, but you don't stop.
Mm,
You keep going because you're enjoying the process. So the same thing when you move out of your comfort zone, you're building up the resilience in your mind. And the more you do that, let me use the word harder, the more your mind is able to receive any hard-ons that come their way. Number two, as you said before, you get to know who you are. Self-actualization. Who am I?
yeah,
Who is Jane? When I move out of the comfort zone, who am I? I get to answer these tiny basic questions that we always battle with all the time. And finally, it boosts our self-confidence. The more you face your fears, the more confident you become.
that is true.
Mm-hmm.
I'll agree less. Like, that is true. Everything you've said. Normally, everything starts with our mind. The moment we start getting everything through and knowing that, you know what, I was being comfortable, but now that I've tested being uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I think I can do anything.
Mm-hmm. You see,
Resilience, like you
enjoying
said.
pain, and people think you're weird when you're enjoying pain, but it's the good pain because it's moving you
Oh, yeah,
forward.
that is. But like this woman is weird, that she loves pain.
Yeah, it moves you from point A to point B.
That is
That's
very true. That is very true.
yeah.
Pain and pleasure. There's pleasure in pain though. Like sometimes when you achieve what you've been wanting through pain, there's pleasure in it because now you're happy, you feel you love your body
Let me
more when it
what
comes to exercise.
uh-huh. Let me use
Yeah.
a word to make you laugh. It will spice up your life. You know what?
Yes, my life is spiced already. Being on this live with you, my life is already spiced up, because I felt like I'm challenged. I'm challenged today because I remember the other live that I had the other week and it failed. I had it alone because of this. I was like, the moment it failed that time, and I'm glad you came on time because now I would have been struggling in the middle of the live. You see, that's why I keep telling people, get out of your comfort zone. If you believe you're not a person who keeps time, when you're doing things with other people, try to keep time. Because imagine you didn't come on time, we would be still struggling with this Facebook Live.
Mm.
But I'm
But the
like,
beauty,
let me try Facebook Live. If it fails, I kept this thing on standby. I'm like, we'll
mm,
try this StreamYard because I've been researching about it on YouTube. I've been reading about it, and everyone is saying it works, it works, it works. And
I'll
I'm
give
glad it worked.
it a look. I'll
Yeah.
give it a check it out as well.
I'll start even recommending it to people now, StreamYard. It worked.
Okay, so
Otherwise, it was nice catching up, girl.
it was nice to catch up.
I hope someone out there is going to watch this and is going to learn something about getting out of their comfort zone. Because for me, comfort zone is nothing. There's nothing good about being in the comfort zone.
Nah, it's just boring. Let's say it's the boring. For me, it's the boring state.
For me, it's not even about the boring state. Like I don't love things that don't challenge me. If I'm in my comfort zone, I don't feel challenged. I feel I'm a different me. being
So
in being out of comfort zone makes me feel challenged. Like I keep trying things, so I feel challenged. This challenge with this StreamYard, it's not also easy getting along with it. You have to keep reading things. You have to come read, then come back, read. Like it wasn't easy coming along it. But see, I
mm.
got out of my comfort zone of using Facebook Live and coming on StreamYard. So people out there, please get out of your comfort zone. It was
Yeah,
Coach Joe and Coach Jay.
yeah. It was nice to catch up, girl. I'll just leave
Thanks,
people with
Sasha.
two words: growth and comfort. They don't ride the same horse. So choose
Change your
wisely.
mindset.
Oh
Be
yes.
empowered.
Oh yeah.
They work together. Otherwise, it was nice catching up, girl. Be good.
Nice. Up until next video. Bye
All
bye.
right. Stay safe and stay blessed. Next Wednesday.
All right. See you next
All right.
Wednesday.
Okay.